This is Eremos Prime, a Factorio space-age mod planet that's got kind of wave defense and escape room vibes. These are the waves turning up right now. They're not having a very good time. We're doing wall repairs as well. I don't even think we need lasers here at the moment. We're going to get rid of these lasers. In fact, we could probably pull back a bunch of these flamethrowers because we are done with this area. This is where we were last time. The escape room vibes, we had to make this extractor work. We had to collect a bunch of oil, which we've now done. There are a series of other rooms that we have already been through, just calling them rooms, why not? From which we're getting this stuff, and then here we are. Yeah, we're putting even more stuff on the belt. We're putting landmines on the belt. We're putting red chips on the belt. We're taking green chips from previous areas and turning them into red chips. Yeah, I'm getting gears because I suspect we might be in a position of, being about to need red belt. We don't need it yet. We've filled up all our logistics storage with the nice stuff to take to the new area because we can. I thought this would be running forever. It turns out it's not running forever. So all this kind of buffer storage space, we kind of overdid a bit. We were only ever using this to kind of taunt out the big monster that we since killed, but we've also got way more robots than we need, so we're just going to grab some of these robots back. I've got more roboports with me, it's fine, and then we are going to leave some robots here. You can have 11 robots so that you can do things like deal with these rocks. There used to be a lot more rocks around the place. We have dealt with them. They are going to go over, this kind of sushi thing over here. You guys have got enough coal to work through all of this stone, and then all the other stone we're going to put in there as well, so that's probably fine, and then everything else can just get on the belt, and yeah, some of these miners are shutting down because we don't have more stuff, and move over to the new area. This is what the terminals look like. Oh, we're getting another wave. Oh well, never mind. Yeah, there were a bunch of goals that we had to complete. We had to store enough oil, which we've since done. We had to defeat a boss, which we've also done. We're just going to accomplish the mission and advance to the new area, of which we allowed. I've just noticed that the discovered technology says we are now allowed to drop cargo, and we're also allowed to research better armor, neither of which we're really set up to do. Our next step is to reach the ancient robot factory. We must build it, repair it, build droids, and set them to work to uncover the locations of the other planets. Only then can we just construct a rocket and escape this world. I guess we could. I mean, there is a bit of me that says, hey, building AI drones and stuff has not worked super well in other. Did I bring any engines? In other franchises, but never mind. Yeah, we've got this is the terminal, which we need to discover other planets. So there are other assemblers that we need to go and find on this map. Can we just, is this belt of stuff already repaired? It kind of is, so we can just pull our stuff through, which is fine, which means we've also got the oil here for flamethrowers, of which we've also already got a number, and we've got rocket turrets, of which we could down here. Yeah, the other areas we've been to, the current area that we are at, I believe we could also, if we could find an inserter around the place, like say this inserter. You know what? Here's an inserter we're not using just here. Get rid of these two, grab this inserter. I don't know if this is a good idea or not, but we're going to go with it. Yeah, you just go there, which means that the explosives coming out of this chem plant can also make their way around to the new area where we are. You know what? We're going to go for a drive. It's going to be fine. Don't even worry about it. Let's just go and find out where these things are. Oh, there are some. I don't know if the mod expected us to be able to do this quickly, but just like sucks to be those guys. And oh, we've got big spiders here, because we can see that there are some blue-looking dudes. Oh, well, we're just going to drag these over our other landmines as well. That's some landmines we'll be able to drag some dudes across later. Is this the pacing the mod expected us to do this with? Maybe not. Do these turn into bug holes? No, because the bug hole was... Oh yeah, let's not have our bots on while we're driving over these guys. The bug hole was a collision element that we would hit with our car. Okay, so there are a lot of bugs all over the place is what I'm seeing. Wasn't there... There's usually some other... Like, there's usually a different terminal. We have... What did you need? You needed... yeah, don't hit my car, thanks. You can go away, and you can go away. Thanks, great. Yeah, so we've got bullets, I've got bullets, you guys may as well have bullets. I think we're probably going to be expanding from this position pretty quickly. I don't even know if it's worth having these guys. Do I connect the flamethrowers, or do I do things with landmines? Options that we have. Okay, may as well start by pulling all of these resources into some new boxes. And then also in the map area, we have to go... So actually, this could be a much larger area than the previous areas we've dealt with. That could be interesting. All of these things... Yeah, let's have you guys unpack. And then let's have the other ones over here. So no one's taking off the belt anymore. You're all just putting more stuff on the belt. I'm not seeing many green chips here. Maybe we should have some green chips, never mind. And then you guys also want to not be... You know what, let's have... You know what, you guys can all unpack. Because you're going to be blocked by the other dudes trying to put things on the other side of the boat, like these guys. You're all going to unpack reasonably slowly. And... I don't actually care, it's going to be fine. Okay, so now we're going to have all the stuff turning up here, which is great. And we need to go to points of interest, set droids to discover other planets. Thing is, Novice is also kind of dead. We kind of stopped caring about it because I think that Novice, yeah, might even just be not polluting anymore. Yeah, because I think it was the stone. Okay, it was the starter stone, which is gone. Does this power... Okay, so it kind of powers the pump. But all of that starter stone is gone, and I was not planning on worrying about it anymore. And then also, a large chunk of the starter iron is also gone, which is why we're not researching anything yet. But also... Didn't we already... Planetary Moss Prime, we actually already researched how to get to these other planets because we just could. So I don't know how the map, how the mod is going to interact with that. We've also got the ability to... Oh, we've got the ability to research power arm now. We can just go and do this because we don't need... We don't need military science. There's nothing that actually depends on the stone we no longer have. We can just see this running now, which is great. Although, the other thing I was wondering about, yeah, the Novice expansion situation is also going to be... Yeah, we kind of didn't care about Novice. We just used it to get here. So, repair with 10 batteries, which I happen to have. 100 gear wheels. Steel engines, I think, might be the only thing that we actually need. So... yeah, let's do this with 5 engines. Yeah, you guys have got a whole lot of stuff. Just get all of that going. Did I have enough steel? Well, here's some more steel. So, engines, pipes. Okay, so all of that stuff is going. We also know that we have... Where can we get power to these? Yeah, substations, and then... Subsequent power isn't great. I don't know if we want to use flamethrowers or whether we want to use... Okay, so we're going to power that recycler thing. I think we just use... I think we just go with a landmines thing. Rather than doing flamethrowers. Flamethrowers are pretty great, but landmines are also pretty great. And... Like, we haven't been attacked yet. Even though we have faffed around for a bunch. This is all silly. I don't want to defend here at all. I want to defend at these choke points. These are much better choke points to be defending. Why are we bothering with the other stuff? Oh well. Rubber ports. Yeah, rubber port here will... Yeah, I think 2... Really? 2 rubber ports? 2 roboports will cover the entire range of stuff we want to do. Okay, fine. Yeah, you have all of these bots. Let's give you a storage chest. Let's give you landmines, and then I've got the landmines and walls, so you can have landmines and walls, and then also laser turrets. Yeah, I think we... Do we have these guys yet? Repair this with... I don't have the required materials. I have... Where are... I'm guessing it's engines. I'd actually have... Oh, 26 engines. 10 batteries, gear wheels. Oh, I know, I gave away all my steel plate. That was the thing we were struggling for. Okay, what is this going to do? Repair. I don't know what that did. That repaired... Oh, it spawned a bug attack. Maybe we could have defended a little more before we set off that bug attack, but never mind. Are they going to continuously arrive? Oh, maybe I should give these guys... Give me red bullets, give me red bullets. We definitely could have had more red bullets. Yeah, because we've got the laser turrets. And then you guys are just getting outranged. And the big spit is actually a problem. Yeah, reasons why I think that landmines and laser turrets are going to be a much better play. Okay, so let's be kind of cheeky and just go... Because bots have all this stuff, right? Walls, walls... More walls, more walls, landmines, and then also, because range dudes exist, more landmines, and then also more landmines, and then because all of these, yeah, let's do a thing very similar to what we did elsewhere. Yeah, all of this area is going to be mine just almost immediately because of how we're doing this. You want to be logistic filter for stone. I would like 3. Can we move this? We cannot move that. Can we move this? Yes. Okay, so if I can get some of this, which we can get ourselves a little wall assembler. So I think we provider box here, power pole here, and so now that we've set that up, if we can find some boxes with coal and make sure all of these guys are provided, yeah, so we're just going to defend like this. It's going to be fine because we've got roboports in both these areas. Can we just even, very cheekily, not quite. I think the top and bottom will be able to mirror if we do it in this way. Also, I was going to get more... I was going to get a lot more laser turrets here as well, just as their point and defense kind of stuff. Actually, also, I'm just going to not have my bots. I think we're going to go up to 76 construction bots, which is fine. And then this will let us get rid of some of these rocks as well. I mean, how many landmines do I have? Do I need to worry about not having enough landmines? Maybe they're still all filtering through here. Okay, so we're going to go use filters for landmines and then also wall. Wall is under the combat menu, and then this guy's going to be a provider chest. And then this one is going to go the same but blacklist. So we can have... So we are, yeah, all of the things that are filtering through from previous areas. Let's just do this again because we're getting a lot of wall through. We might want landmines as well. So 2 of these chests are going to be specifically for stuff that's going directly into... Okay, all that got built and we've still got another 150 landmines. So that's cool. I think we're going to want to do this area thing. Trying to defend entirely with landmines, a little bit cheeky, a little bit speedrunner. It's going to be fine. That track, it ended quite abruptly. Yeah, it's quite a new mod. The music has only been very recently added. Can we just grab all of this, flip it round? Yes is the answer to that. It can go exactly here. And that is a nice clean seal for us. Everyone likes a clean seal. I think we're going to want more landmines there eventually as well, but we are just getting these other landmines trickle through from the other area. I guess we're going to move this. What does this do? This is just straight up a recycler. Interesting. Okay. Are we getting... We are getting explosives through here as well, which means I think we want to go here. You guys want to add explosives. Mysterious track. So that we can have an assembler here that's also making more landmines. That can grab from the 2 chests that might have explosives. And then, yeah, you guys set the same but blacklist. And then anything else over here also can just turn up because, you know, why not? Oh, the other thing that's just occurred to me, we don't have any mining in this area. The only thing we have are all these rocks that we are turning into stone. So this is, yeah, it's very much a set seed kind of experience. There's kind of a puzzle to figuring out what you want to do in each area and what you want to take from one area to the next, which is cool. Actually, this wants to be here. We don't want to flood. This is a body. It's not my body, it's fine. Yeah, we don't necessarily want to flood all of, because we know, yeah, we are emptying large numbers of chests behind us. We know we're not necessarily going to have all that many landmines. No, other way around. We know we might have a lot of landmines and we don't want to fill up these chests, and we're going to have a lot of... I mean, what are we doing with all of this tier 1 ammo and steel and copper? And I think this is what we're going to do with all this tier 1 ammunition and steel and copper. We could probably automate this better. I don't think we're going to. Is this my favorite thing to do with all of this steel? No, I would rather it be landmines. But also, that's going to get us out of our inventory for a while, and then, yeah, just like a bit of a hand-fit mess. Do I still have... I've still got a bunch... Okay, so we've no longer got all that stuff in our storage. We can recycle things, but I also don't think we researched quality. Did we research... We did research quality, but we would have to drop things down. But also, we are allowed to drop cargo now, which is interesting. Yeah, I think what we want to do is... Because we know we have, or at least I have, I believe... Did I put them in my storage? Did I put them... I believe I had a large number of laser turrets. And I have lost track of them unless I put them... Oh yeah, I was going to have bots build them, and we did that, and then I forgot about it, so that's super cool. You guys have all of this stuff, and then I will... yeah, these aren't going to exist anymore. We're going to figure out where we can have some laser turrets. I was looking for a thing to queue. Here's a thing to queue. In a place that will also help defend our landmines. But I think we just go something like this. Sure, whatever. You know what we should really do? We should really have... all of this area is mine. I'm not concerned about these walls anymore. And we should really maybe have some defenses on the side that we don't have walls. That might be a thing. So let's push the bots out here as well, and then also get the whole landmine business. I did like the, these guys ended up more kind of regular, nope, regular in their squareness. Where can we... Yeah, let's try and have these guys here. And I hope we have enough landmines. Although we're manufacturing more, I don't think we're going to be short on landmines at this point. It's probably fine. The question is whether or not these landmines are going to be enough to defend from the kind of the scale of attacks we see, which is going to be an open question. Like, flamethrowers would do a whole lot better at that, except we also... Yeah, I just saw this wire, and this just drifts off to the other area, which happens to be lower, yeah. Flamethrowers will do a whole lot better work clearing large groups of biters, except that the flamethrowers don't play nice with the landmines. So as long as we've got landmines, actually this is with all these cliffs. I think we just keep track of how many landmines we have, which is several. And the thing is, landmines are also a pretty strong offensive tool. So maybe we go and fight some of these dudes. So we have to discover points of interest. We've got to discover some alien crystals. Is this going to ping it? It does ping it. So we have to go and explore these. We probably have to go and explore these places, repair them, make them do a thing, build... Yeah, build a silo. I was wondering about... So we're going to need all the green chips, we're going to need all the red chips, we're also going to need acid. We have acid in the previous area, but not in this area. So we also don't have water, no big deal. You're just going to do basic oil processing. Actually, it's not true. You're going to do basic oil processing over here. And then the only thing we're going to do... Oh, wait, no, we do need water. Because if we're doing acid things, we're going to need this water. Okay, so down here there's also bunch more rocks that the bots can pick up that we can turn into walls. I am also like this close to just deletion planning, and I think all of these ones we can just get rid of. I don't think we're going to need these walls anymore on this side at all. I think we're just done with these walls because we have these walls instead. With... I still think maybe we... Yeah, whatever. We're going to worry about that later. Okay, we are going to need an offshore pump, of which I only have one left. That's a surprise. Can we put it here in a position that allows an underground pipe? The answer to that is yes. Good reasons. I mean, maybe this gets attacked, maybe it doesn't, whatever. Oh, you know what we should do if we're going to do the old Warptorio strats of... We're just going to tank a pile of water, because maybe this offshore pump gets destroyed, and in any case, we're still going to have all this water. We could... Yeah, we have, at this point, a whole lot more water sitting around than... this side is defended as well, isn't it? Give me this. Give me these turrets. Yeah, at this point, we have a whole lot more oil than water, which is funny. I should have... Oh, yeah, I gave you all my bots back, didn't I? Give me... some of these bots, because I don't have a whole lot of bots, but I have some bots, and we would like to start... yeah, I had it just a while ago, didn't I? Over here? Just making basic stuff? Yeah, that's not a real pipe, I cannot queue that. We had guessed at a correct position for this. Okay, are we going to need... If we're launching a rocket from here, we are going to need the heavy oil and the light oil to do rocket fuel stuff. But I also don't think I worry about that yet. And or, when we get around to it, yeah, I think that we can actually go... Because we left some pipes here. We did. I think we go... How many pipes? 12? But no long-handed inserters. Okay, so you guys... These guys are done, yeah? Because there's no more rocks on this part of the map. So, I think what we do is we get rid of these guys. If there's no more... So, this is still relevant because we're still making stone out of what we core extracted, but I don't think we need all of these guys, which means that we can go, say, here. I think you can tell where we're going with this. This guy can be making us rocket fuel. 4 of these guys, yeah, that's going to be fine, isn't it? We should still have power poles. I believe we should still have inserters. The only question is... oh, we did manage to pull back 3 boxes as well. Okay. We can figure out later how to get this stuff... I need regular inserters, or I've liberated fast inserters, so that's what we're going to do. And then I need 1 more assembler. There aren't many... Maybe I should have left more assemblers on this area. Sucks to be this guy. We didn't actually need to be boosting that, and then you guys can have... nope. You guys can have a prod and a speed each for no good reason at all. Things you do not deserve, but you're going to get them anyway. Yeah, sure, whatever. These guys also don't need... oh, hey, you know who doesn't need a speed module? This dude. We have enough sulfur. So is that going to get these... That's going to get these guys fully moduled. We are going to just be making rocket fuel, and at some point we can probably, like, blitz part of this. In fact, like, this bit here almost certainly does not need to exist anymore, because we are already processing everything we need to. So, at some point... we will need undergrounds for this plan to do what we need to, but which means that we're going to need to delete undergrounds from somewhere else, which we can do. So that's fine. And now we have a way of... I mean, we're missing the inserters that we need, but we do have a way of making rocket fuel, and once we get... You know what? We may as well do this as well now, because I'm pretty sure we've got the inserters we need. So we now are making rocket fuel and passing rocket fuel into... Yeah, these guys need to not use a filter. Is that... This guy goes underground. These don't need to exist. Which means that instead of putting the rocket fuel on that belt, these guys also don't need to exist. The rocket fuel can just get added to this other belt, although it's on the... It's going to be the lowest priority version because all of this stuff is going to fill up first. Okay, so we need another... We need to be able to grab another underground belt from somewhere, such as this one. Yeah, this is how we're supposed to play this mod, isn't it? We're not even in the same area as... We're doing all of the stuff in map view in a previous area. I'm sure this is supposed to work fine. And yeah, we could get Red Belt to unpack all this stuff a whole lot better, but also I kind of don't care because we're not blocked by getting materials through at all. We are blocked in this area by figuring out what we're supposed to be doing. Okay, let's get... I think we're just going to manually grab all of these red and green chips because that's what we're kind of feeling. I may think maybe that's a thing we could do with all of this. Yeah, that's maybe a thing we could do with all of the iron and copper is turned into more green chips. Because yeah, we want this guy to be making gas so that this dude can make sulfur. I remember how recipes work. So that this guy can make acid, so that we can then have a dude here making blue chips, and we'll give the blue chips one productivity because that's a nice thing for us to do. We kind of need... Yeah, we're gonna have another tank over here because why not? No reason not to. Kind connect all of this stuff up, connect this, actually you can move, you can go here. We've got another way to get more stuff out if we need to, but I don't think we will. And then just, yeah, some boxes of stuff. We will also need concrete. You are the one going in, have the stuff. This is the output one, you can also go there. Yeah, we will also need concrete, we will need electric engines. You guys... Oh, I have repair packs. Bots don't have repair packs. Okay, so we've got a way of getting blue chips. We've got a way of getting rocket fuel. Oh, you know what we should... We are going to need all that plastic here, aren't we? Because we're also going to need low density structure, which I think means we pull this guy out here. We make a giant mess. We just go plastic. You can also have some productivity. Congratulations. All you guys can get productivity, because why not? We are not struggling for... Yeah, we're not struggling for power grid at all. And yeah, we're just going to go, here's a box of coal. We're getting some amount of coal through. We're not sure we're making... Oh, okay, maybe we're getting a decent amount of coal through. Okay, sure. I think this means we move all of these guys so that the dudes making LDS can grab whatever they want before kicking it out into some other boxes, and then down here we can just store everything else. This is fine. What are you even worrying about? Okay, get all that stuff in there, get all of the stuff in here you already have. This is a box where the coal goes. I think we want to go this guy, filtering for coal. And then getting over here, this can have one stack, sure. Yeah, I've still got... I guess we are going to need 1,000 steel if we are going to do rocket silo things as well, about which I am not super concerned. Okay, a whole lot of red ammo, that's all fine. It looked like I was low on steel there. Sure, whatever. Wait, you also will need to be filtering for steel. And then we've got to re-blacklist both of these guys, because we've got the steel on this side, when what we really wanted is the steel in here making all the landmines. I'm just gonna, yeah, we'll just push those into my own handcrafting queue, it's fine. Totally normal things to be doing. I don't even want to be here worrying about all of that, but I guess we are. And then all of the stuff is just drifting past. Oh wait, these two are... Yeah, we get to do that differently now as well. All of that stuff is wanting to end up down here. All of the ammunition I don't really want. Yeah, let's just have another storage box over here into which we can put mining drills and power grid and furnaces, modules. Are these things we don't want? Okay, I think we've got to go and figure out, yeah, having faffed around a bunch. We also haven't been attacked yet. Maybe we only get attacked when we discover these other locations. The core extractor is how we're getting resources in this area, I guess. Yeah, give me the rest of... Yeah, there's a lot of landmines. Okay, we also... Really? What was I using for fuel then? Was I using trees? Was I using coal? I'm okay with that. Give me... Yeah, give me any coal you have. Actually, I see there's explosives in here as well. Okay, that's a lot of explosives. And a lot of landmines. And yeah, just kick all those landmines into the queue. We are probably going to need them. It's probably going to be fine. Yeah, we are not short of landmines at this point. Okay, great. We've got to go and explore some locations, and I think we're also going to, yeah, turn off our bots, because we don't want our bots running out to repair these things. And then... yeah, just getting rid of any of these nests if we can. And yeah. That is probably not so much of a surprise once the big one gets out, and then also once we hit rocks we're going to have problems with that. They also did just... Oh, I didn't have any backup cars there, did I? That was silly. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff on that corpse that would be kind of useful. We also didn't bring all the important things over here. How far away is it? It's not too... Yeah, I do actually want to carve that, don't I? Does that mean we are... Okay, I did want to carve that. I'm going to see if we can just wander out there and be... Yeah, we're moving kind of slowly, aren't we? Maybe we should have got the backup car. Okay. So we don't have... How many of these nests do we have to kill? And, oh wait, if we put all our fuel in a car, we might not actually have any... We might not have any landmines to go and... we also only picked up 50 landmines, which is not a whole lot of landmines. I also don't know what the aggro range on these guys is. Can we just kind of sneak through here? We also don't have any armor, so if we get attacked by even a small dude, we are not likely to live through this much. It's fine. Please? Oh, was there... Oh, there's more explosives. Oh, because there was all the handcrafting queue stuff. That makes sense. Okay. What don't we really mind? We don't really mind about one battery. Okay. We're back online. It's fine. Oh, we also picked up all this stuff. And then we also... Yeah, kick all that stuff back to the handcrafting queue. It's probably fine. Do we want to... How much do we want to... Also... Are we giving away evolution by destroying all of these nests? Is that a thing we should worry about? Oh, there's something that's of interest. Yeah, this is fine. We still got another 300 landmines. I don't know if expansion is a thing, but yeah, the plan here is going to be put some landmines... Oh, get the car hit again. Cool. Cool, so now we don't have any backup cars. Maybe we should go and build some backup cars. Because these guys are doing a decent amount of damage to it, and we have at least found... I would like to go and see the thing on the map that... Oh yeah, another rock, great. Go and see the thing on the map that is the objective that we need to clear. /secure. And it's already powered, it's doing a thing. It's also hostile to me. That is not necessarily what I expected. Okay, that body is going to be a lot more difficult to clear, and maybe we should have built a second car. Okay, at this point I guess do we take this a little more seriously? I don't think we take it all that more seriously. You guys need to be making us engines, and then we need to be able to get things for engines, including pipes, as it turns out. You make me pipes. And then I will need iron for these pipes. Okay, so we've had more deaths in this area. Actually, let's do 4 on engines, because a thing we will need is a whole lot of electric engines, of which we should be doing this differently, but we're not. Never mind. And then why are you not? Oh yeah, because maybe you would like some iron as well. That's probably an important part of the process. You have the iron. Maybe you would also like the sulfur. That could also be a thing that we should give you. Yeah, give us a fast inserter. Put a fast inserter over here, and now we are finally making the blue chips, of which we've got, yeah, a decent number of green chips that we can be doing stuff with. Why do you not... Okay. Cars and backup cars, we need more iron, which is... always a thing we like to have, is a lot of iron. We're turning a decent amount of it into steel, but whatever. The lack of iron coming through this belt is interesting, because that suggests we've got kind of a fixed amount of iron that we're going to play with until we get everything else we want out, which is a thing that I'm fine with. Okay, only one car, because we're still waiting on these other engines. Okay. We also will need more landmines, because landmines... Yeah, we've got so much wall. I do not have plans to be doing anything with this much wall. we could go and do some backup car. 7 engines, 8 engines. So I've got car and I've got backup car. I'm going to need some coal because that was the thing we realized we needed. And then my inventory is going to be so full I'm not going to be able to pick up the rest of the stuff, which means that, yeah, one of these boxes over here. You take the engines as well. You have this ammo. Give me... we also can't turret push particularly effectively because we have the turret activation delay here. Like, we can't go... These guys are... Like, we can place and load these turrets really quickly, but we are also struggling for them to get enabled, so they're not going to be able to shoot guys, so it would take that long for us to run up to a base, drop some turrets, put some bullets in turrets, and run away again, in a way that means that these turrets are not going to be super useful for pushing. But this also attacked us, right? I think we could go and landmine push all of these guys so that we can get in here to get a little bit of a clearer view of what we're doing. We've got... I was handcrafting the capsules and then I threw away all of the capsules. I just threw them on the ground when we died instead of actually handcrafting anything with them. So let's get a couple of those into the queue because they're actually super useful. And then, yeah, defender robots as well. My corpse had a lot of good stuff that we were planning on. Oh, because we're also still only on... We were on heavy armor and modular armor and then no armor, which is why we had, and also probably get... Or we've only got two bits of coal in the fuel. We're going to need more than that. Probably, but we don't want it all in the car because we might lose the car. We probably also should have the other capsules and things on the hotbar, and we don't. There's still a decent number of rocks around here, which we could also just accidentally drive into, which would be a problem. That's not the corpse, is it? That's an old corpse. Don't drive into rocks. Or maybe that's the corpse. But I think it's an old corpse. Yeah, that's the corpse. The corpse get little tags on them. That's the rock that we didn't necessarily want to drive into, but whatever. Try not to drive. I was going to say try not to drive into the rocks, and then we drove into some bugs. So that's all fine. This is a totally normal place to be. Super cool. We're enjoying this a lot. Yeah, let's just get in here and just like... Oh no, wait. I have remembered that those turrets are hostile to us as well. Yeah, you need to get a little closer, just so you can explode there. It's fine. And then I want... Give me the armor first, and then we're still not going to be able to pick up all of this, are we? We are not. But we do have the combat shotgun. Oh, these guys are going to run over those things fine. Yeah, I think we are just... where is... Here is the... Here is the hotbar we were using to fight the boss. So that's all super fine. Okay, so we can clear the bugs out from around these towers. We also have to deal with a laser turret that is hostile, which is super interesting. Okay, let's not be quite so silly about all of this time. Actually, let's still be pretty silly. Give me all this stuff back. Crank all the landmines into the queue. Crank all those guys into the queue. Pick up the rest of this stuff, and let's try and... okay, so all of that fits. We've got a couple of pistols that we don't really want. Let's move this guy around. Don't we also have a flamethrower and some flamethrower ammunition? Should we not have flamethrower ammunition? Why can I not find... yeah, we do. We're just bad at it. Okay, fine. Can we... Let's see what these defender robots will do versus Yeah, they'll get a bit of a thing done. But yeah, against the bugs, the bugs have just got too many hit points. Where are... These are the things we wanted to see. Yeah, because with the... So this is an old piece of like a 1.0 wave defense trick where you can use the speed of your bots to fling them over the turrets. Disable by script. Maybe we get... Maybe we get more script items. Like, maybe there's a way that this becomes less hostile if we secure the area. Okay, so at this point I would... Yeah, I said we're going to take this more seriously. Maybe we take this more seriously, maybe we don't. Yeah, I wanted to just take my car and bring it all the way back over here and be a little more careful about exactly what it was that was in this car, because there's... Oh, we took everything out of the car. Okay, fine. Do bots have any more rocks they can pick up? Did we do a good job of clearing the rocks? Okay, so we've cleared all the rocks, we've got those walls out, these laser turrets are doing whatever they can, it's all fine. Yeah, we could have... Oh, wait. We could also be making rockets to put in these rocket turrets, instead of these landmines, of which we now have many. Yeah, you're going to change to rockets. I've got some iron. Do I want to be spending my iron on that? It doesn't matter. That's what we're doing now. We have actually enough low density structure to launch a rocket, which is super cool. We have not enough... Yeah, we have not enough blue chips to be able to build a silo yet. Not super concerned. We are still just... You set droids to discover planets. Find a core extractor. Was that an outpost assembler? I got the impression it was an outpost assembler. Okay, but I have to go there to repair the thing. I can't repair it from this terminal. Outpost assembler. Let's go to the map and see. Yeah, so there's one thing over here. Let's figure out where the droid machine builder is. The droid machine builder is over here. Okay. What do we... Yeah. The turrets are... I would like the turrets to be able to do more stuff, but they're also kind of not. Let's leave... What are the things that I am not going to need on this excursion? Because maybe, you know, maybe we live, maybe we don't. I'm going to keep the cars. I'm going to... Yeah, leave the roboports here. They're kind of expensive. Leave all of this stuff. Pistols of Shame. Where should we put Pistols of Shame? Let's have a hole here in the ground into which we can track how many Pistols of Shame we accumulate in this area. This is going to be the plan. And then, yeah, all of that stuff is going to stay. I've got a whole lot of combat stuff. Yeah, let's have... Oh, I put these boxes in here, because I don't think I want this much ammunition. All the red ships are... Wait, no, I've left more bots here, don't I? Yeah, we've got more bots than we need here, but we probably won't need all these turrets. We're going to leave a decent chunk of stuff behind. I don't think we're going to need that blueprint again. Yeah, okay. What would be cool is if we had some rocket fuel turning up here, but I don't think it is yet. In fact, we can check on the map whether or not we are getting any of this rocket fuel through, and we are not, because we need to cull more belt. All of these guys are nearly done. If these extractors, if these mining drills are done, then this whole piece of belt is done. And then also all these guys can get deleted. And I think one of the things we do is also... Yeah, I think we... grab ourselves an inserter. Actually, not quite. We would need an inserter with a whitelist for mining drills. And then, yeah, we could get the mining drills out, we could get the stone furnaces out if we wanted to. Everything else can, yeah, so these can just float over to the new area, and we should now be getting, yeah, rocket fuel is going to fill up, all these other guys, yeah, we're happy with how that is working. Things are totally normal. Okay. Yeah, let's go on another drive. Did we get current evolution is a thing. One of the things I'm wondering about is whether we actually, this guy's just too close. But is this a normal? We've got drones and warriors and tigers in addition to spitters. I don't know what that's about, but you're not staying here. I wonder if these guys. I also wonder if these guys are scaling their health totals, in the same way as. Actually, do I have? Let's just have this guy go to landmines, because we can now pick the rest of these up if we turned our bots on. We can also lose our bots if we are not tracking whether or not we're in a fight properly, but it means we can get all of these landmines and deploy them to more helpful places, like in these bugs' faces. Let's find the drone builder machine. Ping this location for me again. It's the one, yeah, it was the one that was to, and it's a long way to the northeast. We also don't have solar panels. So if we are trying to... Yeah, if we are trying to move all of these resources out, we're either doing it by hand, which I'm not necessarily... Yeah, so if we're thinking about trying to get resources to an important location over here, I think we're delivering that by hand. I don't think we're running belts through all of this. Are these guys... Is this now just a normal pollution absorption? Oh, because, yeah. Okay. Yeah, bots will now put cars back on maps after they get destroyed, which is not super helpful, but never mind. Yeah, get all this stuff out the way. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we are... So we're going to want some amount of solar panels if we are going to try and power these things remotely, or else we have to run a large number of power poles from our base to, you know, the other places where we're trying to get something done. Can this... If I go to the map view, I can in fact see... So this will produce batteries for me. It's an outpost assembly. We don't want that car, thanks. But it will not tell me what I need to repair it from the map. It will just tell me that I need batteries. And I think we just got to kill all those guys. So let's do the same thing where we get these bots up, not have these bots trying to do anything, and then with some kind of speed, kind of swing these guys over here. That took a lot of... Yeah, it did a lot of damage to my car. Not super happy about that. So we need to do a better job of... where's the car? Yeah, you're going to get that done. So we got one of... Yes, that Tesla turret especially is doing a lot of work on our bots. Maybe we can try and bait bugs into the fight so the Tesla turret is fighting them instead of me. And then maybe I can also swing in... I mean, this is a kind of spicy thing to do. Okay, that was not the best way to do that. Yeah, remember that you've got the slowdown capsules. That's kind of why they're here. It's fine. They are the panic button. Sure. Did the... Oh, we got it done. We got the Tesla turret down. My bots are off. Yeah, delete... Get rid of all the landmines that have exploded, but not the ones that have not exploded. Okay. Remember that we didn't actually get... Yeah, okay, fine. We now need to find a coal rock or something like that, of which there are several over here, so that's okay. I'm not going to bother mining it, because this time I have my bots, because we managed to get back to the car. Okay, turn my bots off, and have... I remember arriving with like 300 bots, and we have used a large number of these bots to secure an assembler that we didn't actually need. Can you guys come over here? I didn't actually want to be tanking that turret at all. All the bugs are... The laser turrets are not attacking the bugs, but the bugs are attacking the laser turrets. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to have the bugs attacking... Yeah, the laser turret attacking the bugs, so that I could get in here and destroy the laser turret, but now the defense is entirely my problem. So we would rather not lose this position. And then can I don't want to lose the car either. You guys are silly. I'm silly as well. We're all silly here. Okay. We actually need... What am I stuck on? It felt a whole lot like I got stuck there on... that I couldn't move at all, but it also happened pretty quickly and I couldn't really tell. Okay, Pistol of Shame goes in this hole. Give me these engines. I have 26 engines. That is enough to get me... That's not the steel I wanted. The steel I wanted is going to be in here, I guess. And then this steel, we're getting some rocket fuel, so we can have a rocket fuel powered car. That is a totally normal thing to have. And then we're going to pick up some more landmines. Maybe... Yeah, not having many capsules. Oh, this is why... Yeah, okay, good. That's much better. I was worried that I had lost almost all of my bots, or spent almost all of my bots in that first push, and that was not the case. It was that we left some of the bots in the box, as it were. So... I still don't have any armor. We're not going to worry about that. All these guys are going to run over the landmines and it's going to be fine. Okay, we didn't lose the assembler, which is good, but it did seem like they have landmines. That's fair. Yeah, this explosion here is the landmines on concrete thing. How much health do you have? You've got 1,000 health? Okay, amazing. In that case, we've got a strat for that as well. The way we're going to clear the landmines is just by grabbing a couple of grenades and just throwing them in, which is fine. Give me... Oh, we also... Yeah, okay. We now need more of the iron that we don't have to go and get the car. Yeah, we need another car with this iron, because we had all of the engines. Yeah, I think we want to... maybe this is what the recycler is here for. That if we bring over a bunch of things like green chips, we can downgrade that to the iron that we would need to dig ourselves out of a hole here. That is an interesting thing. I think I like that. Okay, we've also got a pile of rockets. You know, congratulations, have some rockets. You guys are maybe relevant. Cool, great. Mostly I wanted these engines to get done, of which we now have half the number of engines, but then we're also going to need a bit more iron. That's not where the steel lives. Here's where the steel lives. Oh, we've got gears. We had engines. Why do we have engines in this box? I don't understand. But I also don't really mind. It's fine. Okay, give me another car. We've got some rocket fuel. I don't think we ever had... I don't think the most recent... Oh, wait. Very important thing. We have a pistol of shame, which we are going to put in the little... Yeah, crash into a gate. Cool. A little hole of pistols of shame. We have died 4 times on this level so far. That's fine. Yeah, this map in particular is leaning, or at least seems to be leaning, away from the wave defense in its traditional forms and more into the escape room kind of thing, which is also completely fine. Okay, so one thing that landmines hate are grenades. Okay, so now we are pretty confident that there are no more landmines in this area. Yeah, take this off my inventory, move these guys around, and so we should be able to... Oh, there were like 3 landmines in this area, and I managed to die twice to 2 of them. Oh no, this also looks like a landmine corpse. Maybe. Anyway, what do you take to repair? Electric engine, steel, yeah, stuff. So all of that is pretty viable, except we also have to get sulfuric acid over here, which, to be honest, is going to be pretty easy to barrel and unbarrel, but... Interesting to know... Oh, wait, did we... Are you actually a quest objective? No. We don't actually have to activate these things. We've got to... Like, this is already a green tick. It's not a thing that we need to worry about doing. All of these things are essentially optional, so we should go over and find this droid machine builder and figure out what we actually need. Okay, but before we do that, we're going to grab some of these landmines back. Also, don't be putting that car down. And then what we're also going to do is... Yeah, was I crafting... I think I want more capsules. But the other thing we're going to do is take these... Because we've currently got... the backup car for this run, the backup car from previous runs. We're just going to wander back in here and crash into those guys. They'll be fine, don't worry about it. Crash into this bit of gate as well. We are going to prepare for making all of this better by leaving... Do we keep a backup car? I think we keep a backup car. I think you're going to want some repair packs. Yeah, repair all those cars, and then... Engines in particular I'm not going to want. You guys looking pretty full? Okay. All of the stuff we can keep flowing, it's fine. Also, we don't really care about low density structure anymore, so you guys can just keep boxing here as well. Okay, and then rocket fuel. We have some rocket fuel somewhere. These are the backup cars that can have rocket fuel. We're also going to make sure they have a couple of bots. We're going to make sure they have a couple of capsules. We're going to make sure they have a couple of other capsules. And then I'm going to look for steel. Oh wow, that is not a problem at all. And also green chips. And then also some coal. And we're going to drop slowdowns into the crafting queue because they were kind of useful. Okay, give me this guy back. And... is there anything else? This is, I mean, more steel than I really want, but also whatever. I don't really care about this amount of steel at this point. Okay. So now the next time we die, not that we're planning or anticipating death, the next time we die, we are going to be in a much better position to recover quickly. because we have prepared the cars, which is probably a thing we should have done earlier, but we didn't. Yeah, a lot of dead and exploded things over here. Can we sneak through here? We cannot sneak anymore. Okay. Cool, a rock. Did that get all of them? It did not get all of them. That should get all of them. It did. There's a rock. Okay, I think we've got to go repair our car. Did we get all of... Yeah. We got to go get our car. We've got to do a quick, cheeky little car transfer. Okay. So we're clearing out a bit of a path to the objective, although I do remember it being further away. We have not quite cleared that out. Let's have some bots. I like the bots. Yeah, all the number of corpses does make it difficult to figure out where the rocks are. He said, losing track of where the rocks are and having to reverse away. It's probably fine. 300 more of those guys. That should get that done. This guy's going to have to go away. This is a larger group of dudes than I was planning on fighting, but whatever. It's fine. We probably are giving up quite a large amount of evolution here. But also, whatever. Turn the bots on. One of them should repair my car. I didn't really feel like getting out and doing that myself, but turn the bots off again because these guys are running at us. Okay. This is a... yeah, quite large concentration of nests in this direction, but we also don't know... oh, cool. Yeah, that's going to be the same... hey, we hit a rock thing again. Do we just have to... I would like to not have to deal with all of these bugs. And also these cars. Yeah, you guys are still going to struggle with me when I've got a flamethrower as well. It's fine. That's why we have a backup car. Okay. Yeah, all of... didn't we also lose a car in there? Yes. We do not want bots to try and put that car back. But we would like to have these landmines still active. And then, yeah, getting stuck on another rock. Super cool. Good times. Getting stuck on another rock. Super cool. Super good times. There's probably a way to do this in a more patient, reliable way, but also whatever. We've got 31 landmines. This is not the place I want to be with 31 landmines. You guys can go away. Well, you guys can go away. I wonder how, I wonder if these bug holes are resistant to fire. Not really. I guess we could just walk and push this? This was not necessarily the plan, but then we ran out of landmines and it turned into the plan. And then, I guess we've still got the combat shotgun. That's not the button I wanted. This was the button I wanted. Okay. The flamethrower is not going to play nice with the landmines, but also we've kind of got all that done anyway. Okay, so the disadvantage of this is the plan was kind of to die here and warp back to the other car, which we have failed to do, but never mind. Where is the... show me again this ping. How far away are we? We need to go directly east. So that's a way to get me killed, because these guys are running at me. Okay. Oh yeah, we were going to death wall, weren't we? Because we don't have a car. Okay, here we go. I mean, it's another pistol. We have recovered our bodies and made our way over here, and yeah, Droid Build-A-Machine. We need a bunch of stuff to repair this: electric engines, advanced circuits, none of that's too difficult. Then it will make a droid that also needs 50 each of the batteries, red chips, blue chips, low density structure. None of that is too bad. And then, it said a thing, didn't it? Place this droid near its laboratory and it will start working. So we've got a damaged lab here, which probably is going to do the thing. And then also we noticed when we were doing all of this and working our way over here that up this way, ignore all the corpses, it's fine, there is a blue alien crystal, which is one of the other... Yeah, alien crystal was one of the other objectives we were trying to find. This alien crystal contains cryptic data pointing to the worlds of this star system. And I'm guessing this one tells us how to get to Fulgora based on this icon here. So, also, 10 megawatt usage, 10 gigajoule electricity storage. We need to get a lot of electricity to that thing, so I don't think we are doing solar panels. I think we've got to drag a power line all the way over here, and then also I think we're going to need to defend this location. There weren't any guns here to attack us, but this area has not been particularly wave defensive yet in comparison to these earlier areas that had attacks on timers. This is, maybe it's doing a pollution thing, but it's also when we enabled... There was something we enabled in here, I forget what it was, that we got an attack based on, like, mission triggers. I think we're likely to get attacked again, maybe here, maybe at home, but also this place has no defenses, so we should do that first. But also it struck me, while we're on the map, we can go and look at this, that... things we could do to get the things we need to build a silo. I think it's this area here. The second area we were in, we've got this little walls assembly here that is pulling stone off the belt. We could cut this and let some stone through. That would get... do we actually need... I don't think we need as many bullets. So we're just going to cut those bullets and it's going to be fine. We're just going to get more iron through, which is going to be helpful. Yeah, ways that we might be able to get... And then it also struck me that we could have, from the area we were just in, we have this tank of lubricant. We could get rid of a couple of these assemblies that aren't really doing anything. We've got steel floating past on the belt. We could barrel this lubricant and ship it over. Let's just check on... All of this is done. So all of these guys, like this entire storage section was very over overplanned, and we did not need to do nearly as much. And also the coal is almost out of the buffer, no big deal. All of that stuff is going to end up on the belt and be fine. Yeah, we don't need any of this section through here at all, do we? That's not going to do anything. Does it power anything? Let's leave the power poles, because they might be powering things. Sure, but then these guys are going to put the stuff on the belt. But yeah, it struck me that there was a better way to get both the concrete and the lubricant, even though we are working on the blue chips, and that is, we've got a ship that is now allowed to drop things on Eremos Prime. We're doing science here as well. We've actually got... not a lot of storage space, and also all the things we were going to drop on Eremos Prime when we set out here to make it easier. So let's just like pull this over here. We've also already got the ability to go to Vulcanus and Fulgora because the mod didn't actually lock out the options like it did with the bullet research. So we just researched them because they were there. Yeah, we're going to pull this over, and then I think we start with dropping the cargo landing pad, because we can do that now, and then we can drop everything else. Yeah, we've got our tier 2 shotgun shells, we've got more flamethrower fuel, we've got the steel problem, and then I think while we are doing that on Novice, which is more or less shot down because of the stone we ran out of, yeah, that is all fine, but I think we can look at the things that Novice is making and just ship those over. For example, in here, here's a box of a whole lot of red chips. If we just had... here's a provider chest. If bots could just turn that into a provider chest, then we would be able to just fly red chips over, and that's going to be super fine. I think we probably... Oh, here's some stone. So here's a pile of stone, and then I think also by the military science... Yeah, the reason we're not running tech at the moment is because we don't have walls for military science, but we do have this stone. But instead of that stone, what we're going to do instead is down here, yeah, because we don't have a whole lot of leftover concrete, but we can turn these guys into concrete. We've got enough iron ore here to get by, and then I think we find a storage chest, upgrade this guy to a storage chest, and then do a cheeky thing to get the concrete over here, and then let's look at the other things we wanted at the same time. We wanted electric engines that are already going into a chest, so that's fine. We want batteries, which we can just have. Let's have a filter on this guy to just get us batteries, and rather than like struggling to figure out how to get everything we want made on Eremos Prime, we're just going to fly in all the stuff, because we can. It's going to be fine. So we're just going to put all of that stuff in a chest, and then, yeah, if we've got... Where was that stone chest? Here's this... Yeah, this is not yet the stone chest, but this will be the stone chest. This will be the chest in which we put all the stone bricks that then, because we don't have request a chest. I don't think we have request a chest. I don't remember whether we got that or not. We can just have... This is the cheap way of doing request chests when you don't have either logistics bots or request chests. Yeah, by the refineries was this one. So all of this stone that we have just told the bots to remove, the place they're going to take it is the storage chest that is set to stone. So we've got like this cheap backwards way of getting requests in here, which means we'll get the concrete in, which means we will be able to fly the concrete over as well. And I think that's everything we needed. Yeah, so we need to drag power over here. We need to get red chips. We need like 150 red chips, and that's the biggest, and we already probably have a chunk of that. Okay, we will need power over here though, and we do not have a whole lot. Yeah, we don't have a whole lot of big poles with us. We're going to need... I was wondering if we were going to do like a solar panels thing, but having seen how much power we need, I don't think that is going to work at all. We're going to turn this delicious planet back to ghosts, just so that we can get all of these ghosts out of here and not affect the landmines that are still being landmines. And yeah, we also don't have a backup car at the moment, so I think we're also going to need to build another couple of cars. But the first... Oh, cool. So that was, yeah, driving into a rock. I wasn't even under threat. I could have just repaired that car. Cool, great. So, lose the backup car while we are talking about needing the backup car. Shouldn't there be... Yeah, here is the cargo landing pad with which we can drop it, I don't know, here, why not? And then Levy has a bunch of stuff we want. I can get my better shotgun shells, the flamethrower ammo. We're not going to need the landmines in space. All the other stuff we were thinking about starting Okay, we didn't actually need to drop all that iron. Do we need any of these belts or things like that? I don't think... I think all of the rest of these things we maybe keep up here in case we want to build some other part of ship, but I don't think we want to. And then, where is the ice cube filter? Is it here? Because we've got more ice cubes than we need. No. We're doing this thing where we've got... Where is it? Here? Yeah. We've got a combinator doing a red minus green, and the green signal is going to the hub and reading everything that's in the hub, and the red signal is just saying how many of all of these things would we like to have. And we're going to pull down all of the fuel intermediates to just 200 so that we can have a little more space to work with. We've dropped this back. Yeah, this is fine. Okay. We need to send this back to Novice. We need to set up all of the intermediates. Is there anything else I want to set up first? Yeah, do I have that many poles? I don't think I have that many poles. So I think what we're going to need is sticks. And also coils. And lots of each of these. So that we can get more... Yeah, so that we can get a decent number of big power poles into the cube, because we're going to be needing those power poles. And then I've also noticed that we want the green chips to also make sure we get all the logistic spots we need. And then let's get a couple more of these chests, because we're going to need these bots and more landmines and more power poles to defend our other locations. Okay, let's get Levi back to Novice. Fuel tanks should be fine. We are early in the game. We don't have good recipes for this, so we've got to check that we've got enough fuel before all of that happens. And then things we're going to need. We're going to need... Yeah, let's get red chips and blue chips and electric engines and batteries. And I think the minimum shipments of each of these things... Yeah, 1,000 is fine, 300 is fine, 400... Yeah, the minimum shipments of each of these things are going to be enough that we're going to be able to achieve all the immediate goals. We're going to need to do concrete separately. We're also going to need to check, because Novice is a bit silly, are we actually... Yeah, these guys aren't actually accepting automatic requests yet, so we've got to make that happen. And now we are shipping out, yeah, the large numbers of intermediates we wanted, which is super cool. And then, yeah, give me these guys so that we can have... okay, maybe we are going to use these assemblers to do this. Did I get the extra cars? No, the extra cars are in the queue. Okay, move those landmines to the end because, like, whatever, we still don't really care about those landmines. But having backup cars so we can afford to lose some cars, pretty big. Did I also... Oh, I did need low-density structure, wasn't it? That was the thing we were making over here ourselves. Okay, and give me all these power poles. It does strike me at this point that I don't even think we want to necessarily repair this guy or power it on. Actually, did we bring... I don't even know that we've got the electric engines. I think we're waiting for the electric engines to arrive. But we also definitely want to have these roboports up and doing our defensive work before we actually try to make it. Because I think this is when we're going to get attacked, if we get attacked anywhere. Yeah, give you a decent chunk of bots, probably... Yeah, okay, for a start, that's probably going to be fine. Give you a decent chunk of landmines, and then... Yeah, figure out some perimeter whereby we can have just a nice little landmine defense all around these guys. I think we want the lasers too. I don't know if we can get... I don't know how close we can get to those nests without triggering a bunch of stuff. Yeah, even here might accidentally... that's also further forwards than we had. Here is where we've got these landmines. Yeah, I think we want the lasers as well, which we actually didn't bring with us on this trip. Cool, good job. And then on this side, we could even leverage... We could maybe try to leverage the the cliffs there, but I think instead of that, we're just not gonna not worry about it. We've still got a whole lot of landmines left. The queue is a bit crazy. Okay, we've got this place actually not particularly defended. I wanted the laser turrets as well, and we do not have the laser turrets. I think we're gonna go gun turrets in a couple of places. Okay, so we got all the stuff, and we're going back to, yeah, the ship is going back to Novice to get all the stuff again, and then also the concrete. And then I also had another fun idea of ways we can get concrete, in that, yeah, this concrete we're picking up off the ground is actually, what's it called? Refined concrete. It's not the concrete we can use to make the silo. However, we've also got a recycler, so let's put a chest here, and we should be able to get, yeah, give me some of this stuff. Don't we already have some of it in one of these chests somewhere? Yeah, this refined concrete, if we recycle it, we should be able to get back some volume of actual concrete. Here we go, concrete. So we're going to use this for the silo because it's funny. We're also going to get the concrete from Novice. We're going to make the place where we can put Pistols of Shame a little more robust. And then it also struck me that in this previous area, we have a pile of concrete over here as well. So if we did, where is the chest that, yeah, this chest here that is already filtering out electric mining drills. If we said also kick out your refined concrete, then we could delete, first of all, yeah, I think it's gonna pick up all of the walls and stuff like that as well. So we're gonna do this in several passes, and we can pick all of this refined concrete up off the map and then dump it into the recycler, and then get concrete we can also use to make a rocket silo, which we don't need because we are flying in all of the concrete from Novice. But I like that, and I think it's funny, so that's what we're going to do. And then down here, is this the same? Can we just cannibalize all of the concrete that's over here? I like that a fair amount. I mean, some of that is hazard concrete as well. Actually, what kind of hazard concrete is it? It's just regular hazard concrete, which we can also recycle back to regular concrete, so that's cool. Levi is in place. We are receiving deliveries, probably. Satisfaction on the way 200. We're starting with the concrete, that's all fine. Okay, we've got the medium towers and the laser turrets we needed, and also let's see if we can find some more bullets, because we do have a lot of bullets to go and turn this thing on. Yeah, they've got 1,000 hit points, whereas the gun turrets have 400 hit points. So laser turrets for monsters as well. Have we run out of... Okay, we don't actually have... I thought we had more of these things. I guess we do not quite have so many of those. No big deal. We could have made more, whatever. Oh, we accidentally powered this thing, but it's fine because it didn't get repaired? Is that... Or at least we don't seem to have triggered a thing yet. I wasn't expecting... I was expecting to maybe get attacked. I mean, powering it is going to be important. Let's power the lab as well, because we're nice like that. Lab is powered. Yeah, let's repair this thing. I hope we have... It looks like we have all the stuff with us. Repaired. We are repaired. We are definitely getting attacked. This is definitely a kind of wave defensive thing. Yeah, maybe the bots are... Let's also not have my bots going. But it looks like it's fine. Dudes are just running into the landmines. Could you please kick off one of these droids? Do we need to defend this thing? It looks like maybe we need to defend that as well. I thought I had... I don't have any backup cars with me. I only have the car that... Yeah, I only have the car that has... Did we get attacked in the main base at this point? No, it does not look like we got attacked on the main base. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, because we need to power this location, but I was also wondering whether or not we needed to defend this location. And, okay, getting annoyed by these rocks. You know what? Get rid of all these rocks, turn on my bots, have a whole pile of landmines. Do we have any gun turrets left? We got rid of all the gun turrets, didn't we? We might just be really close to... Let's just have a lot of these guys in here. Okay, let's see if we get attacked in this location when we power this dude on. We have obtained an energy crystal, and yeah, an alien crystal. This is going to take a while to charge, isn't it? Because we are like 1% of the way there. I think don't worry about it. I think we've got... Did we get a radar? We also did not get a radar. Do we have an assembler? We don't have an assembler. So, we would not be able to get a radar without clearing out the rest of that queue, which I don't feel like doing now, but that's fine. Should we now have... No, because you're just taking ages. Oh, is it because the power is low? No. Okay, you're just taking ages. Did I bring speed modules? I cannot bring speed modules. We also could not module this machine. Okay, we're going to sit here and wait for this a little bit, I guess. Okay, we are good. We can apparently put this guy near its lab, and it will do its thing. Where are you going, buddy? A robot helper which would survive the crash. Maybe we just need to be more patient. And it will start working. It definitely looks like it is doing a thing. Are you going to try and... Are we doing... Where are you going? Why are you going over there? That, I mean... That's not even in the direction of the beacon. Maybe it was trying to get the other one first. Okay. Terminal. The blue alien crystal is the one we have powered and defended, which is fine. And then the green energy crystal is... Okay, so it was in fact, yeah, so it was heading towards the green energy crystal first. So I think this means we just make all of these arachnid lives unhappy. Yeah, here is our Gleben crystal. So that's what that's the thing the little droid was walking towards, which is fine. Those guys go away. Okay, that's not the right place to be. So we didn't really need that card, did we? It's fine. Let's have some of these bots out. Let's have some poison clouds. Let's have some landmines. Okay, so we just angered another base that I didn't necessarily plan on angering, but also whatever. We're just going to do that on the way back as well. Oh, my bot's putting all the landmines back. Of course they are. They're very silly. That's fine. Somewhere down here we should find power, so we do. So now we have powered both of those locations. I think I bought assemblers, because the thing I did want was radar. And I'm pretty sure that okay, we don't have the iron for radar. None of these things to actually take iron. Yeah, I could not cancel any of those recipes to get iron back. Okay. Do we also want to... I don't think we worry about defending the... I was thinking about putting landmines around the Gleben... the Vulcanus pod. Actually, I think this guy... Maybe we anger some of these bases as well. But yeah, it's picked up its little waypoint. That's what I'm imagining that little icon is above its head. It's trying to figure out where it's going to go and what it's going to do, which is fine. It's going to wander over to the lab, check in with the lab, and then make its way over to probably... I don't want my bots on. Probably the Vulcanus one, and we also might get in the way of these dudes, so we might just preemptively get these guys out of the way. Where's Flamethrower? Preemptively As long as that isn't the little bot getting destroyed. Maybe we should slow down capture these guys. Maybe we should not run closer to the other guys. It's probably fine. Let's use the shotgun with the upgraded ammunition. Oh, let's not stand in the acid. That was silly. I think we've got enough landmines around there to be happy with it, although I was going to protect that guy walking out to his location on foot, and we did not do that. So, yeah, we'll grab some landmines, which are going to be over here. Yeah, we've just got 100 landmines. I think you're going to go back to landmines because we are needing the landmines more than we are needing the rockets. Do you have... Oh, here's the iron I wanted if I wanted to be able to get a radar. Oh, well. Oh, also, Pistol of Shame. Very important. Put the Pistol of Shame on the ground next to the other Pistols of Shame. And we're getting attacked again. That is not a huge surprise, but is also completely fine. This is also not necessarily where I wanted to be, but also whatever. Oh, this guy, because this guy brought, and now he's going to go to the other location. Okay, so we really need to find our corpse and get our tools back. It's going to be pretty important. Alright, get this out the way. Okay, so now we've got all of our stuff again. Maybe we already went to the other one? Because this is the one maybe it 50-50s them each time. Who knows what this guy is doing? It is charging. The grid is fine. Maybe we've already got... oh, actually, we can check in. I was wondering whether we'd gone to the Fulgoran lab thing. The thing we can do is, I'm pretty sure we can check in with the terminal from the map. So, we have not completed either of those. So what happens when this guy wanders all the way around here? Like, how many cycles of this do we need to do? Is the question. And do we just, and I think we're going to, if we had the gears, yeah, because that said ++, and we can't actually get any indicators in that thing. Is this also going back to Vulcanus again? It will not tell us yet, but let's see whether or not that incremented 0%, 0%. Set droids to discover planets. Okay, I think we are going to just kick off some more droids. How many of these gears do we need? We need another 100, okay. So Vulcanus did actually, the beacon thing did actually get attacked. And then, oh no, it's my pylons that they're attacking. Which I think I'm fine with. They are pretty easy to repair, but they did also destroy the drone. So let's rebuild this pylon. There we go. So Fulgora is well defended as a beacon. So we do actually, it does make sense that we need to defend all these places. It's still a very slow process though. So I think we need more gears. I think we need... Do we have enough landmines? Let's take all of these rocks back, because we also had rocks-based things we were doing in the main to make that concrete. The ship is now fully loaded with all of the things it needs. So let's throw in, not interrupt another station to bring that over to Eremos, and we'll just do a passenger presence so we can again intercept it. We could set that up as a long-term thing. The thing that... Yeah, so this is now also set up. The thing that I am not sure about is the extent to which we need to defend either of these things. Maybe we should bring some laser turrets over here as well. I think we're gonna need more landmines. I think we get some of the laser turrets over here. Yeah, figuring out exactly how many of these things. I think we're gonna need more than one droid. I think this iron that I've got is gonna turn into gears. I think we want multiple droids managing multiple locations, because it looks like we've got to do multiple trips with each droid. Let's see if this guy is updated now that we are close to them. It is 4% complete, so we need 25 trips. No, I think we got 2 trips complete, which means we need to do, in total, we need to do another 50 or so trips. So yeah, we are going to need those gears. All of this stuff having backed up is super cool, because it was all stuff we wanted over here anyway, wasn't it? Let's grab the iron, let's grab all of the concrete, let's get the concrete into the let's get the concrete and all the kinds of concrete in here, because that's one of the ways we can get concrete. The other way we're going to get concrete is by putting... Yeah, we've got a bit more iron ore there, don't we? And did we... You are in position. Let's drop the iron ore. Let's drop the concrete. I don't think we need... Actually, I think we do still need this, but just not the concrete. Because I think what's happening is we are going to be making more of these drones and bringing them over... Sort of what... Yeah, and having a larger fleet of these drones running... Can we... Do we have more iron? Because iron is the thing... Iron continues to be the thing that we need a lot of. And then maybe also the capsules... Yeah, because if we're going to do more... I can make more... Yeah, okay. Other things that... Let's bump this up to, say... Actually, what was the default... was 400. Let's also bring over green chips. Just 1 stack's worth, and then let's put this up to, say, 800. Because we've got a ton of steel here, and this will let us build more laser turrets, which is a thing I am pretty happy about. Yeah, you just go back to novice, it's going to be fine. You're on your way, you are on your way. Fuel is also not a concern. Okay, yeah, more of these guys, because I was wondering about building... Did we get any more batteries here? We did get more batteries. In that case, yeah, just kick off a laser turret craft and then grab some of these things. These are what I need to take with me. Do we have... Over here are prod mods. And we want to be making... We want these guys to be making gears, because I think we want... a small drone army? Question mark, which means we are going to want... lasers and landmines protecting the position that we have. And do we have any more landmines? Maybe we do want to take the rockets, but mostly I want to take the... If we've got landmines... Yeah, this is so much wall than we need. So much more wall than we need. Okay, we have fortified this area a little. There's landmines around the place. We're also going to put in a pile of laser turrets. We did lose another one of these drones. We kind of set it off and said, hey, have some fun. And it walked into... Yeah, it walked back over here, triggered another wave, got itself killed. We were pushing other nests at the same time. We are... Yeah, kind of presuming that clearing nests out of this area will mean maybe we get a little more time to deal with yeah, how long it takes for these waves to arrive, but we might also be just committing ourselves to having to deal with larger arachnids, because evolution is probably still a thing. Yeah, we've got a whole lot of laser turrets, which we like. The landmines hopefully are going to be taking care of most of it. Where is my car? Here's my car. So with all of those guys turning up and being online, and yeah, let's turn our bots on again and get all of these landmines replaced. Because they might also turn up and cut off our power lines as well. But I think at this point, I think my working model for this at the moment is the bots that they place. Yeah, how many of these did we end up getting? Yeah, we're low on low density structure, of which we don't have any more. So we can go back and get low density structure. I think we're going to grab that guy. We're going to go back and just yoink some low density structure just quickly, because we are making a bunch of that. I think we're also going to try this. Yeah, we brought a whole pile of wall over to the lab environment. We brought the low density structure in. This is enough for another one bot after this. And then I'm going to need another 20 gears. So let's just, fire, enough iron into that to get us the other set of gears we need. And after that, we should have enough parts to get, this droid that we've got, this droid that we're making, and then one more, and then we would need more gears. You might also notice another problem that we're having, and this is actually not on this planet, this is on Novus, and because we have, kicked off not the research, but the requests again. Probably the blue chips is the thing that we are making that we need just a whole lot of resources to process, and we're actually getting attacked in a super inconvenient position. Like some of these guys are dying to landmines, that's fine. Novus isn't complaining about not having landmines, but it is complaining about this particular location, which got attacked, which we don't really have Roboport coverage for. Not super convenient, not anywhere we can really get Roboport coverage super easily either, but it looks like we picked up an expansion over here, which then decided to not attack any of the locations that were actually defended. Like, it didn't go there, it didn't go down here into the other landmines, it went around the inside to this copper. So that's, this coal, which is super funny. But now they've also got bored and are going somewhere else. Sure. Let's just make sure that, let's get some bots having some landmines down here pretty quickly, because it looks like we might need that reasonably soon. I don't know where these biters are going, but if we could get all of those guys placed. I'm pretty sure landmines were a thing that we had. Oh no, they weren't, were they? Where are they? They're down here somewhere? They are a thing that are in the network, but are also just box-fed from steel. And we've got about another 1,000 steel, which I think works out to about another 4,000 landmines. But yeah, these guys are stuck in the trees, which is... If you guys can lure them into some of the landmines, then we should be okay. Yep, okay. So, this is still a little bit of a problem, but we are not going to deal with it. We are going to look at getting... we need these gears, and then we're going to have enough for another 2 robots, which is probably fine. Let's just get this one out into the world. Let's also put the rest of the batteries in... Could you finish? Because I would like to put the batteries in. The other thing I can do to clear up inventory space is make a couple of big poles. You guys can both go there, and then we're going to make another one, because that's all we've got the gears for, although we could have more gears. If you guys could at least depart and attempt to do things at the same time, that would be significantly more helpful. We've got our bots on, which I don't think we want. We've cleared out some of these guys. We do have the defenses up here. We've got You are charged, which is fine. We've got landmine coverage, but no roboports. And this guy's going to do a thing, and bugs are attacking from all kinds of different directions, which is not necessarily helpful, but we already did have... we already had... we did have... Let's get these guys in the air. We did have a variety of landmines in places which was somewhat helpful. Did we lose the other drone? Is the other drone... No, the other drone is still over there. So maybe that was a thing of we triggered several attacks at once. But I think we are going to want to be putting landmines back in all places. If we have to do this for the other 50 journeys, that is going to be a lot of backwards and forwards that is going to look very, very similar and not necessarily be particularly interesting. Actually, I can have the outpost bots defend some of this, and maybe we also defend our power. Maybe not super concerned. So this guy is also going to go back and do this little weird chargy thing. Do a weird little chargy thing. Oh wait, what we should do is check on the... we're going to go back and check on the other one that we've got sitting in the lab, because we constructed a third one of these. Landmines destroyed, not a huge problem. Oh, you guys are getting attacked from the other direction. Sometimes it's the outpost that gets attacked, sometimes it's this spot that gets attacked. I am totally fine with that, as long as we're not complaining about not having combat shotgun. Yeah, as long as we're not complaining about if we run out of landmines, we're in trouble. But I've got another 400 myself. These guys are running backwards and forwards. We're taking damage from something. Getting attacked over here, probably fine. Yeah, let's get more of these robots up because they're pretty good. The thing I am noticing is that there are always, there's always... This spot down here has been a place that the bugs have spawned, have wandered into both times. Both times when we have been paying attention to where these guys have been arriving and attacking. And then I think we also need to go and do... Airmos Prime, landmines destroyed, landmines around the bottom side of that thing. I think that's okay. Did we actually make a radar? I don't remember whether or not we made radar, because I wanted a radar here. Turn off the bots at this point. That was not a hugely valuable... That was not a hugely valuable throw of a little potion there, but never mind. Maybe we do actually just want to defend this channel more as a channel. Why do you have... Yeah, maybe we want to create a little corridor. This stuff is doing good work. We do need the bots to be placing these landmines back. Where's my car? My car is over here. I don't think I have a backup car. We kind of need to protect both these guys. I mean, double probing it sounds like a decent plan, except that they're still just running backwards and forwards, and... Yeah, one of these guys also got destroyed. Oh, it must have run... It must have run over the spit. Okay. Where did it get destroyed? Will you tell me where it got destroyed? Oh, it just got destroyed out in the open somewhere. Cool. Okay. So these guys are going to go backwards and forwards a whole bunch. We also, so let's go and get our car. Let's get the other drone and get that running as well. I think it's probably a good plan to have 4 or 5 of these things all just doing stuff. And I think we are just waiting for gears. Could you guys have gears and then also gears, because I think gears are the other thing that we are waiting on here. Did I bring any pod mods? I did not. Okay. Let's get the car. And then let's also turn on the bots and try and make sure that we've got all the landmines placed, because we do need to have all the landmines placed. Also, only having 2 slowdown capsules is a little bit spooky. Yeah, so other things about this include they're not actually friendly, so we can't pick them up. If we end up in a situation where we have these things dying, or if they run out into a fight and like they're doing, we can't actually pick them up, and we also can't heal them up. My bots are on at the moment. I just don't have any landmines. And have we also run out of landmines here? We have. Super interesting. So yeah, get the backup car, because we wanted a backup car. This guy's just going to keep going. Yeah, there's a lot of landmines around. We've not necessarily used those very well, but also it means that, yeah, because we just drove into this guy and he's taken a whole bunch of hits, there's almost no health left on him, and we also can't repair him. And so each new probe is gonna set us back. Exactly how much were these? 50 chips, both red and green, 50 LDS, pretty expensive. Novice is exploding again, don't worry about it. I want to go back and see how far through... Okay, that's not the right way to go. I want to go back and check on the terminal how close we are to getting the completion for these 2 researchers, because like the silo is going to be super easy to do. We've already got everything we need for the silo. We can just go and drop that, and we've also got all the parts we need to escape. Are we really, this is really where we're going to run out of fuel? That seems fitting. Give me this rock. There we go. Now we've got coal. We can do a little coal powered thing. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah, because we are going to have more landmines over here, but we're not going to have all that many landmines. And mostly I just want to see how... Yeah, see how far through this research we are, and whether or not we are nearly done. We are a quarter of the way through the research. Yeah, and we could have... I'm pretty sure we could just have... Yeah, if we get rid of all this stuff, we can pick all these guys up. I need more pipes. Yeah, we've got landmines here. Give me these pipes. I'm pretty sure that we can just have a rocket silo. Like, this is not a thing that is difficult at the moment. Oh, steel. Maybe steel is... No, steel is going to be fine, isn't it? And we need another 100 or so steel. One of the... Yeah, it's interesting being in a position where all of this stuff is just backing up in a way that's not super helpful. Yeah, we've got a lot of landmines which we can bring over, a lot of bullets. Yeah, steel is the thing we wanted. This is going to be enough, isn't it? So this is going to be... Yeah, still Nova stuff. So we can have our silo pretty easily. We've got all the things we need to be somewhere down here there's rocket fuel. We can be making rockets super easily. Yeah, give me these bots, give me these. We actually want steel and green chips, don't we? To be able to make more of the slowdown capsules, which is also one of the things we are leaning on pretty heavily here. Get all the landmines, lots of rocket fuel that we do not need. Oh well, never mind. Yeah, silo's going to be done. Where is the silo going to go? I guess we're just going to move. I saw all this red blinking at the same time and somehow thought that we had, yeah, depowered everything. The silo is just going to go over here, because why not? You can't build the rocket silo here? Okay, so where does the silo go? Where is the indicator that tells me where the silo goes? Because I have built a whole lot of faff around here. Build at location. Okay. We have to go all the way over there. Put a silo down. Okay. Seems at least 40% arbitrary. Let's get a bunch of this wall, which we kind of don't care about. Oh, we didn't use the... we didn't use any of the fun, fancy concrete for this stuff. Oh, well, never mind. Yeah, put some of that over there. Yeah, I am not sure about whether or not we're going to continue with this, because it is long in a way that is not necessarily interesting. I guess we could put down a bunch of wall and we could defend a corridor and all that kind of stuff, and then we could defend these waves, but the fact that we've got, like, we would need another 4 or 5 drones, but they also explode, like, at any opportunity. I've lost a couple of them to them just walking over spit as they go past. This location we don't need to necessarily defend quite so hard. Yeah, we've got a whole pile of wall over here, which I guess is fine. Yeah, kept all the wall back. A couple of these guys. Okay, the thing I was contemplating... Novice taking hits, it's fine. Is... Yeah, this... Oh, wait, did we have... Cool, that was me swinging around to check the lab and whether we had another one of these ready to go, and totally running over the dude that we just blasted. Okay, so we're making one more here. The rest is gears. Let's actually go... This guy, gears. Yes, do it. Have an inserter going here, because I'm pretty sure other than that, we've got everything we need for all of these gears. I also would rather not have these 2 kinds of concrete and the coal and the stone. Thanks. Okay, there's actually also, yeah, we researched this armor. We can get a better armor, and we have not really thought about that. So let's get some of these blue chips back. Let's have another one of these guys here. Let's do the thing that we have recently unlocked, which is super cool, because I've also noticed that we have the portable solar panels. So yeah, these guys are going to go backwards and forwards. We just killed one of them that we... Didn't we send another one off? Oh, they're in the smelting lines. That's cool. Okay, how are you doing with the thing? We are nearly done, so we're going to take... And this is going to suck for a little while. We're going to take all our equipment out of our grid so that we can swap this thing over, get a larger grid, and then put back in the things we like and all the solar panels, and yeah, this piece of armor I guess we no longer need, but we have, yeah, we have one of those we can lean into getting a second. But yeah, this is just defending all these locations for as long as we're going to. Why? One of these guys down here got cut. This one here got cut. So yeah, the other thing I was going to do is look at, just briefly, This is like 2/3 of as far away again, and if this is all just bugs that we just have to fight through, this is totally viable, but not necessarily interesting. That is not the way I wanted to go. I was looking at them. I think I was looking at the map to try and figure out which was a way that didn't involve me getting through. Yeah, all of this is just mostly dense with bug nests, which is a little bit of a concern. Yeah. How far did we get? Can we get there? So that was still only like 2/3 of the way there. Okay, so I think we might be done with this mod playthrough at this point, because it's like long in a way that is not necessarily interesting. Like, how far have we got? 34. So if we might be done if we had 3 or 4 more probes, if we'd done a better job of defending their corridor, but then also just a whole pile of fighting out to where this silo needs to go. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Might play some more, might think about what we're going to do next. Good times.